Welcome to the Use Case Management Training, a service provided by Building Smart International. This tutorial shows you how to edit the first part of the process definition of your use case. It contains the process diagram. After editing the use case description, the next step is to define the process with a process diagram and describe its process elements in a structured way. This can be done in the tab Process Diagram. The process should be mapped in a structured way according to the life cycle stages. This could be done by creating BPMN diagrams per stage and describing process elements. For an overview, the process can also be shown in one piece across all phases. The life cycle stages have been previously determined in the use case description. In this case, these are the inception, brief, and design stages according to the ISO 22263 standard. The section Design Rules gives the possibility to communicate modeling guidelines. The overall process can be described with text, images, and documents. Furthermore, interactive business process model and notation diagrams, BPMN for short, can be implemented. Currently, this is possible with charts from the tools Camunda, Draw.io, and Miro. In addition, of course, the option is always open to display the charts as an image. To fill in the data, click on Edit in the corresponding language. The input of text and image is done with the usual editor. For the integration of a chart, the corresponding link has to be entered into the field. As a last point, attachments like images and documents can be added. To embed a diagram from Camunda, open the corresponding project on Camunda. Then click on the three dots at the top right and on Share. In the mask, click on Embed at the bottom to copy the iframe code including the link to the clipboard. The whole text can then be entered in the URL field. To embed a diagram from Draw.io, open the corresponding project. Then go to File, Embed in iframe. Click on Create in the mask and then copy the code to the clipboard by clicking on Copy. The whole text can then be entered in the URL field. To embed a diagram from Miro, open the corresponding project. Then go to Share and make sure that everyone with the link can view the board. Then go to the Embed tab and copy the embed code. The whole text can then be entered in the URL field. To map the process per phase, select the life cycle stage in which you want to insert the process description and select Edit to enter the editing mode. Next, type in the phase-specific description or upload a picture of the process map of the corresponding life cycle stage. To match the image optimal to the publication, choose 800 as the width. The next field performance requirement is intended for entering a general optional description of the process. Note, if the input field is left blank, it will not appear in the publication. For more structured entry, use the predefined text blocks, which we will talk about in detail in a moment. Standards and documents can be referenced for each life cycle stage. Pictures and documents can be attached as well. In addition, the disciplines involved can be assigned here.
Add text blocks to create a process description according to the specifications of the standards. These are the Information Delivery Manual and the level of information need. A corresponding text block is available for each process element. In this case, we add the text blocks Activity, Exchange Requirement, and Gateway. Next, add a consecutive numbering for the text blocks and change the naming of each process element to specify your process. Click Save to apply the changes. Before editing the process elements, please keep in mind that the process description of the Use Case Management Services is based on the following standards. First, the Information Delivery Manual, which is described in ISO 29481-1, published in 2016, and ISO 29481-2, published in 2016. Second, the level of information need, which is described in N 17412-1, published in 2020.
To edit a process element, select the life cycle stage in which you want to insert the process description. Select then Edit to access the required text block. A text block can be hidden if necessary. By default, they are visible. If necessary, add a page break. Enter some description in the corresponding input field and add pictures if necessary. Add the actor or discipline for each process element. A selection of disciplines is mandatory for each process element. The standard disciplines were selected in advance in the tab Use Case Description. The customized disciplines were also defined and selected in advance in the tab Use Case Description. Don't forget to save the changes. You have now an overview of all process descriptions. Collapse and expand the process elements to gain insight into all process elements. This tabular overview shows the available process elements and their necessity for the completeness of the process description in the use case management.
Thank you for watching this use case management training tutorial. A service by Building Smart International.